I stumbled across the quote, "How many dead plants are you watering?" the other day, and it really struck a chord in me. In this society, we talk a lot about romantic relationships, but we barely talk about friendships, platonic friendships, although they are super important. Real friendship can be transformational and it can completely change the trajectory of your life, the trajectory of your soul. Platonic relationships have been proven to significantly predict your mental well being across the lifespan. Talking to a friend can reduce your stress symptoms, and there are even fMRI studies showing that the more time you spend with people, the closer your friendships are to those people, the more similar your brain patterns become. And it's specifically in the areas related to reward, motivation, sensory processing that grow more similar between friends. So we are literally who we hang around with. And this is why it's so important to not water dead plants and to pick our friends carefully. There's this misconception that friendships are like just a placeholder until you find someone to fall in love with. A lot of the times people can't really differentiate between the two. They think that one is there before the other, but actually it's super important for romantic and platonic relationships to exist simultaneously. We need both in life, and a romantic partner is not a replacement for your friends. True friendship is not convenient, and it's also not casual. It's not like someone you just hang around with, someone you just have a good time with. A real friendship is more like a mirror that also shows you your ugly parts. A friend is the one who tells you the truth even when it's easier not to. They mirror to you both your positive aspects and your negative aspects, and thereby help you grow. Have you ever been sat down by a really close friend, someone who really knows you, for your good and your bad parts, and have been sat down by this person, and this person telling you that you did something wrong or that you kind of went off tracks? This shit hurts, and it hurts differently than when you just being criticized by someone who's not really close to you, like a coworker or a boss, you know? This is why friendships hold such immense power. Your friends know you extremely well, and whatever they say has an impact on you, if you realize it or not. And this is why it's super important to check who you're friends with and to actually look at which plants you're watering and see if some of them are maybe already dead. There's some sabotage kind of going around in society right now where we make excuses for people who don't really seem to care about us. Some of you are surrounded by people who claim to love you when they actually don't. They kind of want you to stay the same, and they cheer when you fail. They ridicule you for wanting to become better, for wanting to change. I mean, we've all been in a situation before. Maybe we told our friends, "Oh, I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start building this new routine." And your friends said, "Oh," like in a jokingly manner, "Oh, well, you're maybe going to go 2-3 times, but then you're not going to go anymore. We all know that. We all know you. Haha." What seems like a joke is actually pretty dangerous. They're not being cruel here. What they're being is they are comfortable with the current version of you. And if you grow, if you outgrow them, if you actually challenge yourself to become a better person, you're also challenging them at the same time. And that way they'll painfully get mirrored back by you how they're not doing those things. They'll be reminded of their own incapability if you start becoming better. And so they mock your ambition. And those people, if you recognize this, those people you have to let go. Because true friendship is not just hanging around, wasting time with one another. It's walking beside each other toward your individual destinations. Okay? Real friends will support you in becoming the best version of you. And this is also where another misconception comes from. A lot of the times people say, "Oh, my friends have to accept me no matter what I do." No, they don't. Because true friendship requires responsibility. You don't just get good friends. You become a person worth befriending. You add something, you add value, you bring something to the table. through integrity, through showing up when that person needs you, although it's inconvenient for you in that situation. It's by keeping your word, being honest, speaking the truth, and helping your friends succeed, helping them become the best version of themselves, not making a mockery of their out of their ambition, out of their plans, but actually saying, "Okay, interesting. I believe you. You can do it, and I will do anything I can to help you. If this means that you will reach a better version of yourself, where you're happier and more content with your life." And this is also a problem. Many people complain that they're lonely, but they don't even make an effort to actually be a good friend themselves, and then they wonder why they don't have any good friends around them, but just dead plans, it's by definition, friendship is a return of goods. This is a voluntary arrangement we have here, and we choose to support each other. And if you lack on that part, then you can't expect the other person to keep giving, okay? And also the other way around, if you keep giving, if you are always the one initiating, double texting, seeing that this person just really doesn't prioritize you, this is also a reason to end the friendship, because it's not a friendship by definition. You're not getting anything in return. You keep watering and pouring out of an empty cup, and they won't even give you a drop of their attention. You're just kind of like background noise to them. Does that sound familiar? Where you're like, only if their life gets quiet, only if they're bored, only if their whatever relationship, situationship left them, they come crawling back to you, and they never make the first step. This is not friendship. You have to cut these people out, because you bring more to the table. And by wasting your time on those dead plants, by watering these dead plants, you're actually keeping yourself from growing friendships that can actually thrive and move you forward in life. When someone treats you like they don't care, believe them. It's hard, it's a tough pill to swallow, because probably you love that person. Some part of you loves that person. Maybe that person is interesting. Maybe hanging out with this person, if it ever comes to that, is fun. But you have to accept that this is not something you can keep pursuing. You're not asking for too much by expecting that person to love you back, or give the love and attention you give them back, to water you back, to support you in your growth. So what should you do? You have to audit your friendships carefully. Who brings you peace, and who makes you doubt yourself? Who makes you more confident in yourself? Who makes you grow, and who makes you insecure and doubt your value as a person? Secondly, become a friend that you would like to have. Become someone that you would admire. Give advice that you find inspiring. Bring something to the table, and you will attract the friends who do the same for you. And third, let go of the people who don't serve you. And this isn't cruel. It's not like, even if you've been friends with this person for 10 years, it's not cruel to let them go if right now they're giving nothing back to you. Sometimes this is the best you can do for the both of you, because sometimes you just can't keep going with this person, because you're keeping yourself from growing. And that is something you can't sacrifice. After all, you're the most important person in your life. And trust that even if you might go through a period where you don't have many friends at all, because you let go of the dead plans, just know that there will, if you follow the second step, and if you actually become a friend worth befriending, you will find and attract people who will actually help you grow. Real friends notice when your texts get shorter. Real friends notice when you are kind of not doing all right. Real friends will actually also endure parts or times in your life where you're a lower version of yourself, and they will help you get out of that. They won't support you in being your lowest self. Rather, they will try to get you out of that hole, drag you out of the pit, because they want you to be better. They walk beside you, but not just to keep you company, but actually to help guard you and guide you to the destination that you're both meaning to reach. So if you've been feeling unseen, unchosen, if you constantly get nothing in return, if you keep watering and nothing comes back, don't settle for these people. Rather choose staying alone and working on yourself for a while than to be with those people who make you feel lonely and unwanted. Don't keep watering plastic and wondering why nothing grows, okay? because that is insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. This plant is dead. This person won't suddenly realize your value. You were made for more. I hope you guys could take something from this video, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.